Adam Cook. First of all, my name is Colm, but you know that. You know me by now.
I do know. Yeah.
Now, do you know? You know a lot about me, right? But I'm not sure if you know how much of an Alan Titchmarsh fan I am.
No, this is definitely news to me, mate.
Now, he was given a chat show on ITV. It was
it's terrible.
Ill-fated. I don't believe it's still.
I'm pretty sure it's still on, mate. Yeah, well, it's maybe not on ITV, but he's definitely on TV sometimes during the daytime and doing like a definitely on.
Wow. Okay. Well, but when that happened, where he got this kind of daytime Paul O'Grady style slot or whatever,
I'm fascinated to see where you're going with this. Please continue.
I was upset. Adam Cook. I was so upset because I loved his gardening show with Charlie Dimmock.
Okay, yeah, okay. Right.
Because I love plants and I love greenery and I love growing things.
Right. I mean, I assumed it was going that sort of way, but I just didn't see the tenuous link. I mean, it was tenuous. I just didn't see how you were going to get back there. Yeah.
No. Speaking of growing things, you've been growing home or something. I don't know.
I mean,
you've been playing a game.
Do you know any other site? This will be a do-over. let's just start again. But we're going to carry on. Grow home.
Yeah. I know very little about this other than the fact that it looks cutesy, and that's it.
Do you know that's the real shame about this? Actually, like nobody's talking about this game, and they absolutely should. And do you know what? More than that, Ubisoft should be talking about this game. They should be talking about this game. I know we're not like on the hot button here. I know this game's been out a little while, but it's a game just haven't got round to it, and that says a lot. But by God, I wish I had sooner. It's absolutely lovely. Do you know when I first saw a press release about it? I'll be completely honest. I thought it was a piss take out of Go Home, which kind of put my back up because.
Gone home.
Gone home, yeah. Don't call it go home. That's just racist. I really, really, really loved Gone Home, and it. I don't know. When I saw Grow Home, I just kind of thought. I just some reason got it in my head. It was a piss take because I don't know if it was just me.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay, fair enough.
But tell me, like, I mean, on the surface, when you just look at bull shots and stuff like that, it looks like a cutesy platformer.
Yeah,
I know literally nothing about this game.
So you play Bud, who is trying to save his planet, and he's a robot he's a physics robot basically. You move him with the left stick. The right trigger and left trigger are his hands, and like you can climb. So left trigger, right trigger, and as you press up, you move up and left, so to speak. A's jump. He's going home or growing home by collecting these weird diamonds, which slowly but surely unlock his abilities. Like, so he starts off and he can just move and jump, and that's it, really, and climb. No, sorry, the first one you get lets you climb, I think, if I'm correct. After that, every 10 you find unlock skills. Like you unlock a little jet boost. You can, one of them unlocks the camera control. It makes the camera easier to control.
Unlocks the camera control.
It just makes it easier to control. Because that's one thing.
That seems like a weird design choice.
No, it's quite difficult to control at times because of the physics. Like, say you are going forwards, and then you realise, oh shit, I'm going to fall off the ledge, and try and go backwards. Momentum can take you over that edge, and there's ways to combat that. And like the camera, and it all plays into keeping this sort of momentum. It's not really that kind of game where it's not really like a Mario game where you're running and the momentum. I can't have said that word too many times now. It's lost all meaning. But it's not one of those kind of platformers. This is more about going up and exploration. And the idea is that there's this huge. To be honest, and I know we muck about a lot. It's quite a phallic game because there's this great big plant. It's the centre of the whole thing that's called Mom, or Mom, sorry, M-O-M, American spelling of it. And you are growing Mom, and she ploughs through the earth as she climbs upwards. She smashes through things, and you basically have to keep going up and up and up and up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite a weird game actually, but it's really fun, and the climbing. Like, I don't know if you know this, right? But do you know Ubisoft Reflections? That's who's developed this game. It's a Ubisoft Reflections developed game. Do you know the games they've worked on?
No, do tell.
Right, so they're currently working on The Division, and they are the developer of The Crew and Watch Dogs. That's the developer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, The Crew. Yeah,
The Crew, Watch Dogs, and Division. 3 gritty, like, you know, you'd be forgiven for expecting Grow Home to be like a bombastic shooter or full of explosions or radical dudes in cars with bizarre brother murder plots. And it's like this game doesn't even have Uplay. I'm playing it on Steam.
That must have been a mistake.
No, I'm
surely.
playing it on Steam.
They released the game and then they said, "Hang on, James, did you not put fucking Uplay?" Oh, for fuck's sake!
It's so strange. Like I say, Ubisoft have obviously provided the code for us to have a look at this game, and it was a Steam code, whereas normally it would be a Uplay code. I mean, you did videos and stuff for The Crew. You know this. You know this to be the case. It's really strange, and yet it is absolutely lovely.
It sounds like Ubisoft are like trying to disown or something.
And yet they should be Look, I don't want to get into it too much because like there's other videos that we've done and probably will do like that where Ubisoft have made. Some people didn't like Unity. I still maintain I really like Unity, and I didn't see all the bugs everyone else was talking about. Fair enough, whatever you did, fine. That's your whatever. You know, not you. I mean the listener and viewer.
Yeah.
But with all that in mind, whether I saw it or not, it exists in a bubble. That did happen. There was that massive thing about the embargo, all that bullshit. This is the exact game, like with PlayStation Plus having Valiant Hearts in it, with this out, like this is the other side. Again, not personally speaking, because I really like Far Cry, I really liked Assassin's Creed. The Crew wasn't terrible. Like it's not really for me. I'm not a huge driving game fan, but we gave it a 7 out of 10 on God As a Geek. But this is the other Ubisoft. This is the Rayman. This is the Valiant Hearts. This is the Grow Home Ubisoft. And
it is strange. Well, I suppose they are such a massive publisher with so many development teams under their umbrella that they can have the mix of your Valiant Hearts and your Child of Lights and your Grow Homes next to your Assassin's Creeds, your Far Cries, your Crews, your whatnots. But then, it doesn't. Like, the reason I suppose I know very little about this is because of the fact that it was released a couple of weeks ago, and
very
just
very quietly and quickly.
Yeah, and just kind of swept under the rug.
Yeah, and yet I'm genuinely sitting here saying, Colm Ahern, you should buy this game, presuming it's not 40 quid. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause it's not a 40 quid game. It is it's a downloadable. You know, Valiant Hearts, a Child of Light. You know, the smaller downloadable games. It's not a full retail. You know what? It would fit. I mean, I'm playing it with an Xbox One controller. I have no idea why this isn't a PS4 and Xbox, or PS3 even. Whatever. I have no idea why this isn't. I mean, it's not graphically intensive to the point where it would run beautifully on a console. On a PS4 or Xbox One, it should be 60 frames, 1080p. It's that kind of game. But it is just. It almost feels like a moment of respite. It's so pretty and like it's kind of weird. Like, because I was thinking the other day about this. Like, I was thinking back to the Xbox 360's generation, and because something that's been bugging me a little bit is like, where have all these first-party games gone? Now, without diverting too much from the point at hand, it just got me thinking about where are all the games these days? Like, we are so desperately in need of some games, and that's a weird thing to say because we cover like 5 different games a day sometimes in these videos. But I think back to something like Catherine. I don't know if you ever played that game.
Oh, I absolutely adored Catherine.
One of my favourite games of the last generation. It's just a wonderful game, but completely weird.
Completely weird, different, unique, fucking cool. Oh, it's a brilliant game.
But essentially a puzzler. But gameplay, core gameplay, it was a puzzle game. A puzzle/dating sim weirdness. Yeah, but I mean, if you split the game down the middle, that is, damn right, it's a puzzler and it's that. But this is that kind of weird. Like, it's essentially, at its core, it's a platform game that kind of puzzle elements, because you have to find things. And like, there's one bit where there's a load of rock, because it's a bit like Crackdown. Every time you get near a diamond or gem or whatever they are, like the noise changes, so you're near one.
Right.
Because otherwise the world is such that it's like you would probably get annoyed if you're like, well, I can't find this bloody thing, but you can hear it. So I found all these rocks that are like a big cave in. So you grab the rocks and you start pulling them out and you find 2 diamonds underneath. It's got that sort of puzzle element to it. It's not really puzzly that much, but you do have to use your environment, find them, look around, you know, find these things. And it's got the core of a game that's familiar, but it's kind of just weird, like Catherine was. I mean, not like Catherine was, obviously. It's not that kind of game, but
you did mention something about something phallic.
Yeah, but it's just really refreshingly different, and I'm hesitant to say this rather, but unique. It's just different, you know, and it's especially different for Ubisoft. And I really think people should play it. I mean, you'll be seeing, if you're watching this, as you should be, on youtube.com/GodIsAGeek, you're seeing this, and hopefully you're seeing exactly what I'm talking about and going like, that looks really cool, because it is. It's just a lovely surprise. Grow Home
Wonderful.
is a lovely surprise.
Good. I'm glad it is a lovely surprise. But one question just to finish.
Yeah.
When does Alan turn up?
Alan. Well, I didn't want to be the one to break this to you, Colm, but he's dead. Sorry, should have paused there, giving you a little bit of a chance to brace. But
Alan Titchmarsh is dead.
No, he's dead to you because he's not doing the gardening anymore. No, he's not really. Of course, he's not actually dead. I mean, that would be. God, wouldn't it be terrible if this video came out and he just died? And
he died. That would be. Yeah, that would. But we would become #1 suspect.
Well, I mean,
public enemy #1. It'd do great. The site would do brilliant traffic.
Anyone who was on. Oh my God, he's on TV. No, hang on, stop there. No. Bye.